Welcome to Score It, a self-monitoring app for students and teachers. I'm going to show you how to get started and add a student into the app. So teachers, the first thing you do is click on the teacher icon and then find the box that says settings. You want to go to the settings, and here the setting page shows the default settings that are applied automatically to every student who is entered into the app. Here's how you add a student. So you go to Add Student. We're going to add Allison, and we're going to click Done. Once you add a student, you go to the second row that says Students. We just added Allison, so I'm going to click on Allison, and you can see in Allison's settings that she has the default settings applied to her goal, scoring priority, and behaviors. So the goal refers to the percentage of points the student earns to AIM. We can customize that by student. So let's say I want to change that to 70. I can simply delete 80 and replace it with 70 and hit Done. The scoring priority refers to whose scores are used to determine if the goal for the day was achieved. Generally, that scoring priority should be the teacher, at least to start with. So that means all decisions are made based on teacher data. The behaviors are the behaviors that the teacher will rate and the student will rate. You should select the behavior or behaviors that need the most improvement, and you can monitor up to 3. These behaviors may also be aligned with the school-wide or class-wide behavioral expectations. Each student using the app can monitor different behaviors. The teacher simply needs to customize the behaviors in each individual student's settings. Prior to getting started with a student, the teacher and student should discuss these behaviors in terms of what they look like and don't look like. So examples and non-examples in the classroom. It is critical that both people have a clear understanding of the behavior so they know how to score it. To customize the behavior, you can simply tap in the box and type in your own name of the behavior and your own description, or if you click on the arrow, you'll see that there is a list of other possible options. So if I want to change to, let's say, be safe, I simply find that in the list and click Done, and it changes the behavior and the description for Allison only. So now I'm ready to get started with Allison. Let's say I've talked to her about what these behaviors mean through examples and non-examples. I can go to the login page. Class has started, and we've started class with whole group instruction. After whole group instruction is over, it is now time to use the app. So the teacher or the student can go first. We'll start with the teacher. The teacher clicks on the teacher icon, goes to Score, finds Allison, and then finds whole group instruction for the activity. Clicks on whole group, and now it's time to score Allison's behavior. Was she safe, responsible, and ready? If I want to remember those definitions, I can simply click on the words and the definition pops up. I'm going to score her on a scale of 0 to 4, 0 being never, 1 a little, 2 sometimes, 3 a lot, and 4 always. So was Allison safe during class? Always. Was she responsible? Sometimes. And was she ready? Did she have all materials and begin tasks immediately? Sometimes. So then as the teacher, I click Done. It takes me to a scoreboard where I can see the percentage that Allison earned during whole group instruction. The check at the top near the green icon, that refers to the teacher, and it's checked there because the teacher is the scoring priority. If I go to Done, now it's Allison's turn to rate. So she clicks on Student, she finds her name, and now she's going to rate how did she do during whole group instruction. Was she safe? Was she responsible? And was she ready? Allison scored herself a 3 for all of those. And then if she wants to view the teacher score, she can click the little icon at the bottom, the little green person, to view the teacher scores. At this point, this is a good time for the teacher to provide some feedback about the scores and maybe how they compare. If the student did a good job, the teacher may provide some behavior-specific praise. If the student didn't do as well, it's an opportunity to provide some constructive feedback. and make some corrections for the next instructional activity. Once that's over, and it should only take about 10 seconds, you can click done. It takes to the scoreboard, hit done again, and now you're back at the initial login page. So as you transition from whole group to a different instructional activity, once that instructional activity is over, you go through the same process again. So the teacher can go first, hit score, find Allison, and now let's say they just got done with independent reading. So we find independent reading icon, do the same thing, hit done, and now it's Allison's turn to rate how she did during independent reading. And she did pretty well, although the scores don't match the teachers. So again, a good chance to provide some feedback and hit done. Now, if the teacher wants to view a graph, she can simply go to graphs, find the student, and then there is a bar graph indicating how Allison has done for the day. That updates in real time after every instructional activity has been rated. And then the horizontal line represents the goal. So Allison's initial goal was set at 70%. So far, she is meeting the goal at 71%. This is a good tool to use to provide Allison with some feedback and also to track progress over time. So if the teacher sees that the student is not meeting the goal, then it may be that the teacher needs to provide some additional reinforcement, or maybe the goal was too high, maybe they need to lower it. If the student is consistently meeting the goal, then maybe it's time to raise the goal and make it a little bit more challenging. Another option is for the teacher and the student together to look at charts, and that's where you can look at the percentage earned for each behavior and for each instructional activity. So again, the teacher has multiple options to score, look at scoreboards, look at graphs and charts, and also to make adjustments in the settings. The student, however, only has the option to score, and it does not matter who goes first, the teacher or the student. So that concludes the manual for SCOREit. Other information can be found on the website at www.scorit.info.